Everyone benefits from public services at some point in their lives, and these services cost money. Most of this is funded through taxes paid by businesses and households. The population is aging, and in 20 years, there may be more than twice as many people needing pensions, health and care services. This means it will cost more to provide the same level of services. At the same time, the number of working-age people is falling. This means fewer people earning wages and less taxes paid to fund services. Without action, it will be increasingly difficult for Guernsey to afford the services our community needs. We can improve efficiencies and reduce the services we provide, reducing the overall cost. Grow the economy so there is more activity to generate tax, or increase the amount the state takes in taxes. The states will need over £85 million more each year. However, there is a cap on how much tax the state is allowed to raise, which means a maximum of £70 million to £75 million of this could be met by increasing taxes. So all three elements working together are needed. Other work streams are looking at public spending and economic growth. The tax review is looking at the role of taxes. The state raises about £720 million a year. About 2/3 of this comes from income tax and social security contributions charged on people's income. About 10% comes from company taxes and 12% from other taxes like TRP and excise duties. The rest comes from non-tax revenues like rents and fees and charges. If a maximum of £75 million more tax can be raised each year, this leaves a question of how this tax should be raised. At this stage, the review focuses on taxes on income and consumption, which have the largest potential to raise money. One question is, should the solution include a goods and services tax? Guernsey is one of the only places in the world that doesn't have a GST, and as a result, it is very heavily reliant on taxes and contributions charged against income. With the number of working-age people falling, this makes our revenues vulnerable, and increasing taxes against income would increase this risk. Introducing a GST would make the tax base more diverse, as this would be paid by anyone who buys goods and services, including visitors and those spending their capital or savings. This makes it less focused on working-age people and more resilient to the ageing demographic. Unlike income tax, GST on its own is regressive, meaning it hits the less well-off harder, so it needs to be combined with measures such as increased tax allowances and other mitigations to help protect lower-income households. But if designed right, a tax system that includes GST can result in many low-income households being better off. Another question is whether we should reform our social security contributions. These pay for states' pensions and some health and care services. Over time, the system has become complicated and it doesn't treat people equally. It needs to be simpler, fairer, and make sure that those who have more money pay more as a share of their income. New international standards for corporate tax are being developed, so changes to corporate tax are being considered separately. However, they're assumed to contribute an extra £10 million to the solution. Other taxes might have a smaller role to play and will be considered in the state's annual budget. It will take several years to design and implement major changes, and these would be phased. This will allow time for the states to work closely with businesses and to prepare the community for change. There are no easy choices, but there's also no time to lose. We need to plan today to ensure we can support the services our island will need in the future.